Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is February the 14th, 2017. I want to say we had some technical difficulties before this video started, and then it just all of a sudden worked. So I am in Portugal, live from Lisbon, Portugal. I hope some of you guys are in the chat room. I will say hi to you once I'm out of here. Okay, tomorrow at 10 a.m. London time, 5 a.m. East Coast time, and noon in Johannesburg, 2 a.m. in Seattle. This is all like in 10 hours or something like that. Jerry of Classic Ether and of his Twitter account and Medium account, I'll link to them below, his blog. He's going to be on with me if everything goes well. And I'm pumped about that. He was on the This Week with Bitcoin at This Week in Bitcoin show this previous week. A lot of you liked him. So tune in a few more hours at those times, 10 a.m. in London. Do the math. All right. Remember to check out yesterday's show. I linked to it. I am tired. Didn't get much sleep, obviously, on the plane. I'm going to sleep right after this. I do want to say, people, email me. I do get your emails. I email you back. Apparently, some of my emails go to your spam accounts. Please check your spam, because I do email people back. Check out a video from the Fund IAU. He tweeted me, and he said, check out my video. I checked out his video. I'm mentioning it on air. So awesome. Okay, so let's talk about Vinny Lingham, what he said about, he said we should have 1 to 2 more months of, he would like to see 1 to 2 more months of Bitcoin stability around $1,000. And, you know, this lack of volatility, because we've been the last week or whatever, it's been pretty stable around $1,000. And if we can just do this without the crazy volatility, that it's good for Bitcoin. And I agree. And to elaborate on that, I think we say to people, hey, look at Bitcoin. That's a nice solid number there. You get buy 0.1 Bitcoin, spend $100. It'll stay around $100 for a month or so. And then you'll be like, oh, look, it's not changing. And you'll get the hang of it. You don't have to worry about the volatility. You'll learn about Bitcoin. And then you'll want to buy more because it's been like around $100. It went to 99. It went to 102. It's 110 maybe. It's been pretty stable. We're talking about 0.1 Bitcoin because no one's going to jump into it. Well, some people are, but more people are more likely to jump in at 0.1 than 1 Bitcoin. So this is a pro of stability. And it gets people comfortable with buying and will maybe get them to even buy more. Now, let's compare this to the Winklesvoss ETF, which might get approved any day, and it might not get approved. But let's say the Winklesvoss, all of a sudden the SEC says we're approving the Winklesvoss ETF. Well, the price it might skyrocket. Who knows what might happen? But then things could happen. There could be problems with the ETF. It could just, the skyrocketing could be based on speculation alone, and it could just crash for that reason too. So imagine what a newbie is going to think about. I mean, some of us holders are going to like that. Oh, wow, look, it went up to $1,600 suddenly. I'm so happy. But is that really better than creating some stability to get more people to buy now and getting people into it who are going to be buy and holders, who aren't just going to panic and who are going to get used to it at $1,000? Two different scenarios to consider. There are pros and cons of each one. There really are. And I guess it depends on your long-term approach to Bitcoin. Who do you see using it in the future? Do you see it just appealing to people who don't care about it as a store of value? Or do you think it is important to establish itself as to get rid of some of this volatility FUD? Now, again, I think there's going to be volatility for the next few years, but I'm talking about, you know, why not have them 2 months of like something really stable around 1,000? Like it was stable around 700 for a little while, but around 1,000 is this solid number where you can easily just tell someone, get 0.1 for 100. All right, so think about that. I wanted to mention that I'm in the, because I was on a long flight, I like to fast 41 hours in a row once a month. So I usually do that when I'm flying on a plane or going on a bus. But this week I'm doing it. I'm going to go for my record. My record is 51 hours. I'm going for 60 hours. I'm in the middle of the 60-hour fast right now, and it's great. But hey, build up to it. I'm not saying they do 60-hour fast. I do recommend 24-hour fast. I fast for 22 hours every day for over. I fasted for 20 hours every day since August of 2013, and 22 hours for. Anyway, it's good for you. I will link to a guy named Dr. Thomas Seyfried, who talks about these longer fasts being good for you. But you build up to it. Just like anything in life, you build up to it. And you've got to have determination. Just like with Bitcoin, and you slowly buy some, and changing your lifestyle in terms of like not spending on crazy things, getting away from the NFL, getting away from bread and circuses, educating yourself, wanting to learn. These are things you build up to do. Some people can jump into it easier than other people. I am a person that can really flip the switch and just jump into something or give up something. I've given up. One day I just decided to give up pig. I never ate ham again. I am Jewish. I did. By the way, plenty of Jewish people you see on the street who are secular-looking Jews like myself eat pig. It's just something that we've grown up doing. But I just decided one day I'm not going to do it anymore, and I can just do that. And I stopped drinking. And again, I'm sorry if people do have addictions. I don't understand that. I don't have that type of personality, and I'm happy I don't have that personality. So if people are going to say, I'm addicted to a certain thing, I can't just give it up. I understand. I know that can happen, but I wanted to say that I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad here. I am a person that can just flip the switch. But that's why I'm telling you, ease into things. Just like ease into your new fasting regime. It saves you money too. Makes you eat healthier. Okay, that was an interesting segue, wasn't it? Interesting going off on a rant. I am tired. All right. So Litecoin SegWit support is at the signaling is at 7%. I will link to that below. Oh yeah, the local Bitcoin story. There is this guy out there. I will link to his story. He's known in the Bitcoin world a little bit. What is his name? I forgot his name now. I didn't write it down. We'll link to his. Maybe he doesn't want me to say his name, but it's linked to below in his links. He'll say his whatever his name is listed in that. Anyway, he sells on localbitcoins.com, and apparently he made a deal with someone. He sold some Bitcoin for $15,000. So it was a lot. It was a bit of Bitcoin. This is a few months back, and the person sent him $15,000 cash in like a box. All right, you might not want to do that, but money is not a crime. Well, the government. For some reason, their dogs smelled this package, and they smelled drugs. And they opened it, and there were no drugs. There's money in the package, but they came to the conclusion, and I don't want to butcher it. You can read it yourself. The case is on there. They came to the conclusion that the person buying the Bitcoin was laundering his money, his drug money. He was a drug dealer, and he had a lot of cash, and he wanted to get rid of the cash and get Bitcoin for it. So now the man, I think the man's name is David, what's his name? Whatever. The guy selling the Bitcoin for $15,000, he can't get his money back. The government has his $15,000 that he was paid. All he was doing was selling Bitcoin. He didn't know he was selling to a drug dealer. And he got more complex from there. So this is a very interesting case. Now he thinks he's going to be able to get his money back, but he's getting lawyers and he's getting time. He might not be able to get all 15. He doesn't have his $15,000 that was meant for him, that was mailed to him. And the other guy obviously got in trouble too. And they used the blockchain to show that he sold it for cash, for his Bitcoin, and then he's not a registered money transfer and all this stuff. You get into these problems. You can get into these problems. We're going to hear more and more of these stories when you're doing things like that. Now, that's why you buy and hold Bitcoin. That's why you buy and hold. That's the bottom line right there. You'd be more safe, I guess, if you had to sell your Bitcoin through local Bitcoins to meet the person and to have a weapon with you when you met the person, just in case they tried to steal from you. But again, that is not good either, because who wants to have weapons and fight people? So when it comes to when you could just buy and hold, it's about buy and hold. I will link to that stuff below. All right. Right now, even though I am incredibly tired and I have to come back on the air in whatever 10 a.m. London time, right? Is that what I said? 10 a.m. London time, which is 10 a.m. Portugal time. So everyone, I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. I'm so happy I got this video off because we were having technical problems. Please check out the notes section below. You can email me at adam@traceorhelp.com.